What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's CrenDeLaCremeInvestments and Wellness back at you again with another video. And today I'm gonna go over how I passed the FTMO challenge. And you can take it as a strategy. And you can follow along, but it's essentially just market structure and institutional plays within the market. I'm gonna literally take you step by step on how to everything from getting in a trade, getting out of the trade, scaling in, scaling out. And overall taking a full 10%. If you in a lot of these prop firms usually it's 10%, is the base is 8 to 10% usually, but I'm just shooting for, I'm telling you for FTMO because it's just the safest bet for a prop firm right now because it has the long-term residuals payouts for prop firms. But yeah, I digress with that and we'll get into it. So we'll start off by essentially appreciate all the support I've been getting. I really do. I really do appreciate all the support. Like I said, I'm just starting this YouTube essentially just to help people out and give people the game that I didn't have at that time. But yeah, so we just want to simply start out with market structure. All right, with anything like with anything. So this is NZD/USD. So this is all hindsight again, all hindsight. But as you can see, overall we're in a downtrend, but we necessarily don't need all that information right now. So what we'll do is zoom in here and we're on a 4-hour chart, and as we can see here, we can see the market has made a lower low, but has broken structure when it made that lower low. So after it, then it continues up, breaks these highs right here, and then makes a higher high, and then doesn't break this structure. So now this is now valid for a higher low. Then as you can see here, breaks that higher high that we just made. So now we make a higher high. So now the market has shifted. So now we are looking for buys just from this 4-hour time frame. So higher high. Then as you can see, fails to make a lower low off this bigger time frame structure. So as we can see here, we're shifting structure, and it's on a 4-hour, and 4 hours are very powerful. So higher low, and then makes that higher high, and now we're looking for it to make that higher low continue to make that higher high. All right, because it has broken this structure right here. All right. So our bias is to make that higher low so we can play off this to make that higher high. All right. And as we can see here on a 4-hour, we have an order block, an institutional move right here. So we're going to go ahead and mark that up. So now we have market structure. So the premise is confirmation. Let me actually type it out. So we have 1, structure, 2, area of interest, 3, bullish or bearish formation. I'm going to say AKA Wyckoff. Okay. So this is essentially what we're looking for. All right. So we're looking for it. So we have market structure. Okay. We have a high time frame area of interest. All right. Right here. All right. So now we simply wait. It's a waiting game. Now it's a game of patience until the market gets into this area or breaks this structure right here, and then we'll look for the play to continue here and then here. But since it hasn't broke this structure yet, this OB down here is still valid. All right, so sorry about that, my phone was ringing. All right, so this is what we're anticipating. We gotta have create a story behind our move. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and forward this till it gets down to this area. Actually wanted to back a little bit. Just bring this over here so y'all can see it. Alrighty. So now we want to zoom into this area once we get to this area. So we're going to drop down on a smaller time frame. Zoom out a little bit so y'all can see it. I'm going to wait for the price to approach this purplish pink area. So we're going to hit forward. Alright, so now price has entered into that area. I personally like to get on the 1 minute time frame when we're looking at anything, because it shows you, in my opinion, the bullish or bearish structure before you can beforehand, so you can get active into the trade and you can catch those sniper entries and you can really make the most out of your trade. Because when you really catch it at the bottom, as you're gonna see here, you don't even need the market to come all the way back up there. It's because your risk is so little compared to your reward. All right. So now we're simply just gonna wait for Wyckoff, or AKA some kind of bullish structure, since we're looking to continue the market to go bullish. All right. So just wait for it. And as we can see here, it's a breaker structure, a smaller time frame breaker structure. That's key for looking for Wyckoff. So, and also another way you can easily identify breaker structure is just simply whipping out or changing the bars to lines. As you can see here, breaker structure that lasts higher high before that higher low was made. Breaker structure. Switch back to the candles. Another breaker structure made, as you can see here. And I'll show you after. We have an example of, as we all should kind of have an idea of what trend line liquidity is. If not, you can look on, I think I have a video on liquidity, but it's definitely on my ebook. So trend line liquidity right there. And as we continue to watch this market for Wyckoff, we see also just regular liquidity right there. So we got trend line liquidity and just liquidity right there. As we see a sweep off of that, and then we also have a breaker structure right here. You see this is the last up for the down, or last higher high before a higher low. So I'm actually gonna mark that up and just put BOS for a breaker structure. So I'll just switch to the line so I can see it a little bit better. That's what helps me out a lot. All right, so and now we have an institutional move that is forming below there. So along with an order block right here. So now, once we have everything we need to get active into this move, we'll go ahead and place our entrance right on that order block. Stop loss right below those lows, because if it essentially goes below that, we'll just look for another play. But as we can see, we have everything. We have breaker structure, we have bullish patterns, we have liquidity, and an institutional move, and an institutional block. So we can really stretch this all the way up here. We can continue to actually stretch this more, but you got to realize how small the time frame you're on right now. All right, so now that we have our entrance and we have our exit, and we have our entrance, exit, and our stop loss, next thing we're going to need to identify is I'm going to actually delete this blue line, this line here, so we can see it a little bit better. So now that after we have all that, we're going to go ahead and mark up where we'll be taking parceling and scaling out, because with these prop firms, you're going to need to secure, the most important thing is securing capital and and really maximizing your reward for your risk. You don't want to get greedy. Do not let greed get the best of you, because you only have a month to make 10% on these trades. So you want to go ahead and secure the bag early, and secure partials, because every step in the green is positive towards your prop firm challenge, or verification. So never overestimate the ability of partialing. A lot of people are like, I could have made this so much. You don't know what the market could do. So be grateful for your money that you have. All right. And it also helps with psychology. So what we're going to do is we're going to take TP1 right here, right at these highs. And then I see some more highs right there. Highs just equal liquidity. Go back and watch some of my videos of purchasing my ebook for that. Just for the purpose to make this video just a little bit shorter. TP2. And then our last, because like I said, we're looking to make this is just like on a bigger time frame, this is just a pullback to continue going bullish, okay? Because like I showed y'all before on the 4-hour with market structure, all right? So just never forget where you're at in the market. Even when we're on a minute time frame, we did start on the 4-hour. So all right, and then our last take profit here. All right, so my rules are that I have certain rules. I go in depth about them on the ebook, but this is essentially it. This is the framework. You can be very profitable off of just this, okay? Off these 3-step rules right here, you can be very profitable. If you want to learn more, then just click the link below. But so we have everything we need. So now we're just waiting for it to tap into our area. And we're going to be scaling out. And I'm going to show you personally how I like to scale out. Okay. Like I said, securing bag is first and foremost. All right. So overall, this trade is about a 20-1. But I'm going to show you we come out within 10%, which is 10% on one trade is more than okay. That would pass the challenge in one trade. I'm going to show you how to do it. You just got to know how to manage your emotions and manage your trade, because trade management, the entry is, everybody talks about how the entry and how you need to get these sniper entries. Now, it's not. Is the trade worth the reward for what you're willing to risk? Ask yourself that question every time you enter a trade. Is this trade worth the risk for the reward I'm willing to get? As simple as that. And so, because one of my mentors always told me, trade for risk reward, not money. Reduce money. Ask yourself, is the reward worth the risk? Simple as that. So in this potential, well, overall potential 21 to 1 is well worth my risk for not even a 2-pip stop. So taking count of spread. I think spread on NZD/USD is about 2 to 3 pips. So always taking count of spread. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this out. Tap in. We're now in the trade. All right. As you can see here, it starts to build up. TP1 hit. So I personally risk 1% per trade. That is my personal preference. Like, I'm not a financial advisor, so you risk what you want. And I personally like to take half my trade off at the first TP. So that first TP is about I think it's about a 3.5 or 2 or 4 to 1. Yeah, about a 4 to 1. So let's go ahead and put all right. I'm just gonna make it. This is a little over 2%, but let's put. Math isn't perfect on this, but this is around 2.1%. So we've secured 2.1% on this trade. All right, a little bit over, but we'll just go for that for numbers. All right, so we're already up 2.1%. Once that first TP is hit, I move to break even. Takes your psychology out of it, because you've already secured. So if that was if this is a 100K account, and I take about 2%, that's $2,000, and no job just paying that within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes. Just won $2,000. So be grateful for what you can get. All right. So secured, break even. So we're at a risk-free trade. Actually, I mean, for the purpose of the risk management. All right. So now we're at a break even. Half of our partials are taken right there. So now we have 0.5% left on this overall trade. So next TP is here. So If it continues to make higher highs and higher lows, we'll just either you can leave your stop loss here, but I personally like to move up aggressive, so I move up here. I don't see another higher low made, so I just leave it here until that TP1 or TP2 is hit. TP2 is hit at a 13.67. So we'll just call it let's just say 14. Okay. So we cut that in half since we already got, since we're only at a 0.5, so we cut our 1% in half. So overall, we're up about 7% here. So if you took all your partials off here, so it's 2.1 plus 7, so we're up about 9%. Okay. So but we won't take all our partials. We'll take partials here. So let's just say 3.5%. So take partials, so 3.5% secured. So we're secured a little over 5, or about, a little over 5% right here. All right. If you would want to, you could take all your percent off, and that'd be roughly about 9%. But I personally just like to let mine run, especially when we're on such a small time frame. But it just works on my psychology to keep moving up. But you're more than gladly to take all your percent off. This is personally just how I manage my trading and how I pass the FTMO challenge. So in a verification. So all right, so stop loss is up, moved up, and now our second TP is hit, and now we'll continue. Move my stop loss up right below those lows. Continue. And TP3 is hit. So we're fully out of this trade now. So it's 21. So cut that in half of 10. So cut that in half again. So that's 5. So that's 5% right here. Like I said, this is a rough estimate. It's not math, not perfect. So with this overall 22 potential trade, we overall checked out of 3.5, so that's 8.5. So that's about 11%. About 11% on this trade, and like I said, you only need 10% on the FTMO challenge. So we just passed the challenge. Of course, you need the 10 trading days, so you'll just kind of clock in trades after that to keep up with the trade day minimum. But yes, that is essentially how I trade these markets. Like I say, I go a lot more in depth about this on my exact rules on my ebook. But like I just showed you pretty much the framework of how I trade. So and that is how you would essentially pass the FTMO challenge, guys. It's all about securing profit, because there's no guarantee that the markets. I've seen plenty of trades where let's say it will come here, take that liquidity and sweep this liquidity, and then come up, trend again, bounce off this lower low, and then continue up on its bullish structure. So like, because if I even play this out, it continues to eventually knock this out, I think. Let me go to a bigger time frame. So I don't think it comes all the way up there. Yep. See, I start to trend back down. So like I said, it's no guarantee that the market will continue bullish. So you always want to secure partials. Always want to secure partials. That's the key to trade, securing as much capital as possible. Capital preservation first and foremost, and trading for risk to reward, not money. And I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Go out and get my ebook. If you're interested in live trading that I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm calling out live calls. You can join my Patreon. And if you're also interested in one-on-one mentorships, just email me. Okay. And like I said, I appreciate all the support I've been getting, and CrenDeLaCreme out.